Welcome to Kommunity Kerbals Ep20. This is your host, Devious Dave Rose. And as always, let's start off the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation for all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. We've got Jay Diz, who says he's at his second job right now, and he's probably going to have to catch up later, so maybe I can get a foot up on him and put out more content and, get him to the point that he was in the past where he's just struggling to catch up because there's so much stuff. It's always fun. We got Slov, Steve Callan, and Inspector Todd. So I wanted to, just have a little fun with Kerbals for a bit. I was actually thinking of trying to imitate the James Webb Telescope launch, which happened actually on Christmas Day, which is something I do plan to talk in a news talk episode that's, I don't know, maybe later today, possibly tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow would probably be better. Just wanted to collect a few other graphics and stuff, just so that I can provide a good comprehensive visual to the scientific explanations of that. And there are a few other stories I've been looking into. I could easily talk about one subject on a news show for the entire thing, but I do like to mix it up as well, and I do like to have, other subjects and such. The previous two I made were just basically on sole subjects, and they lasted quite some time. But I like to do a few stories. Now, let's see here. So let's get to the game. Oh, I got to get my phone going. I forgot. That's how I view the chat while we're playing here. And I apologize, I'm a little tired. Yet again. I went to sleep way too late. Alright, so stream's going. Perfect. Alrighty. Alright, so let's let's transition to the game here. And oh no, look at how few people are watching. Oh, I shouldn't even do this. Or I'll do it anyways, and I'll have some fun, and that's that. So we're going to start the game, go back to our resume saved, and New Frontier is where we've been playing. So one thing I did want to mention, and I do have to go to this page here. So when it comes to the James Webb Telescope, what's supposed to happen is that it's supposed to get to, the side furthest from the sun, compared to Earth. So basically, it always has the sun and the Earth behind itself, and it's pointing outwards to the rest of the solar system and space and so forth. Now, this game, KSP, only uses single-body physics. So there are no Lagrange points. That's what they're called because the guy who found them is called Lagrange. And they're basically positions in space that, the gravity is basically balanced. So whatever is there doesn't move. It just stays there. Obviously, it orbits around the sun, but it doesn't change its orbit. It's basically locked in that sort of orbit. So this means basically that there's only a single sphere of influence when it comes to these planets. Now, you can establish geostationary and geosynchronous orbits. Geostationary is basically it's over the same spot all the time. It's reached a certain orbit where the gravity is, allowing it to the gravity and the rotation of the planet as well as the speed that the craft is rotating around is locked. It's identical. So it's literally staying over the same spot. And geosynchronous, basically, they go around the planet, once every 24 hours, and it's synchronous. Okay, so it's same thing. All right. I'm just checking the chat here. Okay, let's get back to the game. So what I'm going to do, whoops. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create this this telescope. Obviously, it's not going to work the same as the real one, but we're going to have some fun here. Now, let's see. We're going to want one of these. 1,000 charge, and we're going to have to call it, I don't know, telescope, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. How about, we'll call it the Steve, here you go, the Steve Callan telescope, since he's in the chat. And to honor him, here on the 5th day of Christmas, your true love gave to you another Kerbal stream. So we're going to save that. And now we've got a... And the thing is, though... There you got 3 sound clips. The real thing, actually, and you'll see this in my news video, has a sort of solar reflector on the bottom. It's supposed to prevent light from interfering with the readings and to protect it from the potential damage to operate. It needs really cold conditions, space conditions. So I'm going to try to make this look as accurate, I guess, as possible, but also functional. So, although this is a actually, hold on, which one is it? One of these will work well for this. Let me just see how this one goes again. Sort of. But then again, these ones are huge. Oh, actually, no, this one's not huge. This one's the huge one. Yeah. And it doesn't, we want them to fold out. Like this one here extends like this. But it's an antenna. It's not actually the reflector, which is what the telescope actually uses. But we're just trying to make it look as similar as we can. This one looks like what? Oh, this is just the 2. Yeah. All right, so I think we're going to go with this one here. So if we put that there. Actually, we're going to have to close that. Well, it's not going to look pretty, but it's gonna do its job. Come on. It's got electric charge of 1,000. We're just going to need... I don't like the positioning, though. Maybe I can do something about that. There we go. Hope everyone's having a good day today. What else do we want? We want some fuel. Let's see. Fuel. And this will be for an RCS style. Is this one smaller? go. Steve Callan says it's cold wherever he is. It's somewhat cold today. It's not too bad. And we're going to want some thrusters. That's command control. These ones work well enough. Okay. And solar panel. So we're not going to do the heat shield thing because we can't do it. There's no parts in here that work like that. You can download the mods and stuff, and I've seen some videos. They look really cool, but all right. Yeah, I'll use this one. All right. And let me think here. Do we want... we're not gonna... We could install an ion engine on there, and it's just gonna complicate shit. Let's make it simple. As the old saying goes, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. So, decoupler. We're gonna wanna separate this. Nice small one there. Actually, maybe a bit of a bigger one. Yep. All right. And now we're gonna have to attach the second stage because there was 2 stages on the on this thing, on the real one. Whoops. Hold on. Cancel. Oh. Well, yeah. Okay. Overwrite. Never. Just asking to save people. Come on. What do you guys have planned for New Year's? I believe we are doing a Friday Night Fire, so that should be fun. And yeah, you're more than welcome to join us. So, second stage here. This should be enough. This is going to get us into our proper orbit. Skibbity bop. Where's the engine we want? That's the ion engine I was telling you about. But you need different materials. It's not, you need xenon gas as opposed to oxidizer and liquid fuel. So we need an engine. Yeah, that should do well. That's similar, kind of, to the one that is going to be used. Some cool documentaries out on this thing. The whole launch and stuff, and how essentially it was sealed up for months prior to it launching. They were very stringent on the what are called clean rooms. It's where they put these things together. Shout out to Bam in the chat. All right, so now we're going to need the first stage. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to want to, actually, is that the decoupler one? Yeah. Oh, but we want fairings, yes. So maybe, yeah, we're going to want something bigger. Okay, because our fairing's going to go around this. So underneath this, we're going to attach a nice large fuel tank. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. Zach Lee. Make this this stack, as they call it, a little bit larger. See, there's the, oh, that's a different one. It's a holding tank. Okay, that should be good. And we want engines for this, a nice big one. Impulse, as you can see, it's 1205 in the atmosphere, ASL, and then 2000 in the vacuum of space, vac. But Let's see. This one. Yes, this is the one. Just be sure, because there's two. 160. Oof, not that much. I think that's the one we want then. Yeah, there's one of the big ones. So the mainsail for heavy lifting. That's what we want. Boom. So I'm going to save it again. I don't know why it's asking me to overwrite, because it should just automatically save. So another peculiarity about the game. So we got to separate this, because now we want our coupling. No, sorry, the fairing. That's what I was referring to. So under here, straight up. Let's do that. No, there we go. Come on, Kian, come on. Place cross section. What? I think my game fucked up, because it shouldn't be bothering about this sort of thing. Okay, weird. Let's see what happens if I try this. Oh, so this does work. So we're gonna remove that again. Try this. It might be the fairing. I think it is. All right. Well, fuck you, fairing. There you go. Told you I was going to do it. It's a little big, but whatever. Yeah, we'll make it a little bit nicer looking. Skibbity-bop-bop-ba. Nope. Probably under fuel tanks. There we go. All right. So let's just zoom out here. That's where our obese-looking rocket looks like. Let me check the chat again. My phone went off for some reason. Shout out to Casey's Raw in the chat. I'm going to have to make a Casey character for this game. All right, so we're going to need rocket boosters, because that's what they have, but because of the fuck up with the fairing here, I can't use the proper long ones. So back to here, engines. Here are the rocket boosters. See, way too big. Still, this would be the normal size if this thing didn't get in the way, but okay. So, and this one's also very big as well. Let's see. I think there's another one. Yeah, here. Actually, this one. There we go. That's the one we want. So, all right. Because we're supposed to be looking at it like this. Coupling. We want these ones here. We're just using 2. We're going to grab this. Place it right on that right there. Perfect. That's looking very nice. And just for some atmospheric abilities here, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little nose cone. Where's the aerodynamics? There we go. A little nose cone on top of these. All right. But we also want to make sure that they don't crash into us when they're ejected. So we go to this. This is a Sepratron 1. And as we zoom in here, we want them to eject outwards. So always the best to put one at the top. And we're going to now rotate it. Okay, so it's going to separate at a 45-degree angle. We're going to copy this, and now we just have to do the opposite. Oops. There we go. Perfect. So these will eject. We can actually create more. Usually the momentum actually brings them out, and this part here doesn't crash into because there's enough ejection force to shoot this out, and this just starts to push it away. But better safe than sorry. So we're going to add more here, and then we're going to clone this one. Okay, so what we want to also make sure is that our staging is proper. So engine number 1 is supposed to hit first. Well, these are, well, technically in real life, this starts first, then these go, and then it goes up. But we're going to start these at the same time, all three. So see those two and there. So they're all in the wrong spot. So we're going to put that there. Okay. Also, structural, we need the launch tower. That should be sufficient. Put it a little bit higher. All right, so save it again. Probably gonna ask me, yeah, I'm gonna overwrite it. All right, so these things, these separatrons here. Actually, where's this thing? Why? No, see, it doesn't always follow the order that you want it to. So what's gonna happen is as follows. There's these separatrons. These separatrons should have been in here. All right, so these ones are supposed to go off after these separate. Actually, at the same time is what we want. So all right, so these should go off here. Oops, hold on. Fuel, where's the fuel? That's the fairing, sorry. So no, we want this as all right. So yeah, so basically it'll launch. Once these expend, they'll be ejected in this stage, stage 4. Then the fairings come off, and then they'll be separated at this point here. And then this engine will run, and then they'll be separated from that, and we're good to go. So, one last save. Phone went off again, don't know why. Didn't tell you to go off, phone. Let me plug my phone and see if that'll keep it on. Exactly, Goon. I was actually thinking of you today. I was thinking of you with this. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to launch the Steve Callan telescope that will allow us to peer back in time, maybe even to the Big Bang. And that's what they are saying about the James Webb telescope, is that its ability to collect very faint light that's been obviously traveling for billions of years is going to allow it to see what you could call pictures of the earliest stages of the universe. Sounding like Carl Sagan right now. All right, we're going to throttle up here. Going to go to about 60%. And that is only the main rocket. It's not the solid rocket boosters. They only have one setting on. As soon as you turn them on, that's the massive, you get the full amount of thrust. Because what they're doing is they're burning an actual solid, and you can't regulate that. So, all right, so phone is plugged in. We are ready for launch in 3, 2, main engine start, ignition, and we have launch. SAS engaged. Let's take a look at our launch performance here. We have GoldenEye, the GoldenEye satellite that's still orbiting the planet, taking photos and images of all different sorts of things. Solid rocket boosters. Let me know if the volume is too loud for the game. I've got it low, but it might need to be lowered. Can't really regulate that too well. Now we increase full throttle. There go our solid rocket boosters. We are now ready to start a roll. Oh, and it's top heavy. God damn it. And no. We're going to have to try again. Revert flight. Revert flight to launch. This might give some people some time to respond whether or not the volume is too high of the game and you can't hear me. So please let me know if I need to adjust that prior to this second attempt to launch. So actually this time we're going to go for a full 100% throttle. And we got to activate SAS. See that right there? And we're going to try take two. So we've got to remember that because it's so top heavy, we're going to have to wait for our orbital maneuver a little bit more. So, but at 100% throttle, we should be able to build up some good speed so that we won't necessarily deal with that again. Shout out to Out With Cows. Says, I thought we'd get a diner after what happened to Ken's Donos. I'm staying to my word. The next week will be nothing related to that sort of thing. All right, now we're getting thermals here. We're really shooting up in the atmosphere. This is beautiful. Wow, we're really making some good speed. Okay, now we're going to try. Hopefully we can maintain this. Yep. Okay. Good. Okay, so what the actual rocket that does this is that it actually starts to go down again. It actually points closer to the horizon. Yeah. So what it's doing now is it's going down, but because of its speed, it's actually creating this orbit. So this is actually what the James Webb Telescope launch Ariane rocket does. It's expanding this orbit, I should say. So we're going to actually activate the fairings here. There we go. And I'll show in an animation that I'll be discussing on the James Webb Telescope that yeah, this is exactly the orbital maneuver that they do to get this thing into the orbit that they want. So just bear with me here as we make our way to that apoapsis. Time warp a little bit. And we're going to point in the direction of prograde. We're seeing our fuel expend. Just about ready to eject it. Oh. So this piece is going to be stuck in orbit. Okay, so we're going to go back here and eject this portion. And fire the rocket so that we can get further away. And now what we want to do is, so normally it would be somewhere like this. So if this is Earth and this is the moon, the Lagrange point 2 would be about here. So, and it would stay there. So as the Earth rotates, as the Earth rotates this way, it would stay in that sort of position. But we're just going to try to get this out as far as we can. We got quite a lot of fuel in this stage. We're going to actually extend our solar panel so that we've got some electric charge coming in. Where did that go? I thought we did attach one. Oh, there it is. Extend, come on. Extend. There we go. Oh, now I went a little too far because now I'm in, I've changed my orbit to orbit the sun. But yeah, that works good enough. I mean, again, we can't accomplish what would normally happen in real life just because it doesn't have that balance. It's the single gravity well situation I was discussing. But hey, you know what? Let's see how far we can get this. We still have a lot of fuel. So these are all these are all asteroids. See, Class D, Class D. These are like huge asteroids, and you can huge. There we go, huge. You can land on them. They're like planets. You can actually move them if you've got enough rocket fuel and stuff. You can actually move them to different locations, or make them orbit Earth, or Kerbin, or make them crash into it. So very cool stuff. So what we're gonna do now is. We've got a lot of fuel and stuff. Let's see. Let's just go retrograde. I want to use all this fuel. I want to just get it looking like a little more like what it should. But maybe I'll intersect one of the other planets' orbits. We're almost done the fuel. Look at that. Getting out there. So now, now I've created this. So let's go back. Try to increase. Okay, so there we go. You know what? Oh, let me do that. No, it'll crash back in. So let's just use the final amount of fuel. There we go. You know what? We're going to stick with that. I'm going to try to extend this. The periapsis is only 90 kilometers. So what I want to do is I want to get out to here. And when we fire our rockets prograde, which will increase this a little bit more before we just kill the entire stage. So we still remain under the influence, the sphere of influence of Kerbin, aka Earth. But what we want, we're on a good equatorial type orbit here. Just about ready to fire. All right, so we want to prograde, and you're going to see how this orbit's going to increase the periapsis. Will it? Am I out of chart? What are you talking about? I should have my fucking... Why is it not working? Shut down. Activate. What's our status here? Got full charge. That is really weird. Why not fast forward? Something's wrong with the rocket. Or with the... I got full charge in monopropellant. I just have a little bit of fuel left. Let's see if we activate... Something weird happened. Okay, so that's ejected. That's something fucked up. Something fucked up. Because these should be working here. But they're not. And I've got the RCS fuel right there. Okay, and now it does want to work. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. That's real nice. All right, so this is sort of like, you know, not really, but this is our version. Okay, so this is the Steve Callan telescope with its back to the sun, which is what it needs to do. And its antenna shooting out into space. Well, it's supposed to be a reflector. And let's see actually if I can do this. So I want to go prograde and forward. So hold on. Oh, because it's not even on. Good job, Dave. There we go. What? There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. To increase the... and this is only with thrusters. So I just want to create the periapsis to be a little larger and not be under the influence of the mun. So, yeah, a 6 million kilometer orbit. Yeah, works for me. So as you can see, we're on the equatorial plane, but what's it called? Minimus is actually on an angle. So we have successfully launched the Steve Callan telescope, revealing what we might not even know about the universe. Shout out to Foulmouth Ken in the chat. Just saw him in there. With Cow says, I stand by the fact that I think you have nothing to prove to those clowns. You can stream about whatever, whenever. That's right. Whatever, whenever, I can stream forever. These hips don't lie. Alrighty. So, yeah, we have successfully accomplished that. And I'm very, very pleased that it went fairly well. For the most part. So we're going to leave that in orbit. We're going to go back to our space center. So any suggestions as to what people might want to see? Oh, shout out to Danimal in the chat. I'm actually thinking of maybe doing a hangout stream or something. I don't know. I really wanted to just come on and do the whole James Webb imitation thing. See, see what we'd accomplish and try to emulate it as best as possible, but there aren't parts in the basic game for you to be able to do what they do, which is cool, but quite complicated. So let me just see here. I want to just check the chat. I've been going for about 43 minutes. Hopefully people enjoyed themselves. You know what? We're gonna leave it there. We don't have to be excessive when it comes to Kerbal, but as well as the fact that I'm cognizant that I could play this game for hours and not even notice the time go by. So you know, I've got to be a little more mindful of these things. So we're gonna actually quit it there. Quit to the main menu. Today's Wednesday night. Perhaps we might get a live wire. I'm not too sure. AEW Dynamite, I believe, is tonight. Rampage is on Friday. If you like the fake wrestling, or the fake fighting, aka pro wrestling. But let's do that. Let's see. Check the chat here. What else? All right. So, we got to transition back. Let's transition back. So, we got 15 watching. Oh, my phone says different. Let me just quit that here. But yeah, there's a few stories I want to talk about, from the stuff that's in the news. I have a few more ideas, actually, for Too Many Chefs, actually. And for quite some time, actually, I had I had a little bit of writer's block as what else can I cover and this. But then, I started to get more ideas, and I started to think about a few things that I haven't covered at all or in the depth that I'd like to. So, there's a few things on the table there. Yes, I'm still working on Darkest Realms. But talking to other people recently, I've mentioned, they mentioned to me, and I sort of, shared my agreements with them at the fact that, if you're not ready to do, that person and myself are somewhat perfectionists, or at least we'd prefer to do things right the first time around. It's as simple as that. So, if it's not ready to go live, then it's not going live. Until it's actually ready to be done right, then it shall continue under development. And no one's going to rush me to push out shows or anything like that. If you want content, you can find it on my channel. If it's not enough, find another channel. Ken in the chat says, yes, Shannon actually hooked me up and fixed everything so I could be live tonight. Excellent. I look forward to that. Any time in particular you might go? I mean, if you want, actually, no, you're probably still at work right now, so I don't know if you, actually, yesterday, you were actually wanting to go a little earlier, but you were ready at 4, and I did try to speed things up as quick as I could on my stream and stuff, but you were very gracious as well to, check in with me for one, and to, even ask for that matter, so I appreciate that. But yeah, man, if you wanted to go live right now, I'd have no problems just signing off and stuff. But I wanted to, like I said originally, I just wanted to have some fun, play a little bit of Kerbals, talk about something that is, basically in the news, but show it to a, show it in a fun light and stuff, Let's see. Oh, we just got a donation. Let's see. Let me read the message. Steve Callan. Donation from Steve Callan. He says, hey, Dave, it's Steve Callan. Just showing some support. Thank you so much, man. Definitely didn't expect that. But, very cool. And, hey, you've got your own telescope now. So, hopefully we won't have to go and service it, because they did that with the Hubble Space Telescope, and that was a bitch. And I'll go into that story as well when I talk about the James Webb Telescope, because the size difference between the two is insane. This thing is 3 times the size of Hubble, and Hubble's the size of basically like a tour bus. So this is 3 times the size, and it's just a really cool thing to discuss. And hey, I like it. And if some people don't like it, okay, fine. You can go listen to Carl Sagan or Neil deGrasse Tyson, or somebody else, or maybe what's his name, the robot. He died. Stephen Hawking. You can listen to him speak in like this. So, but I do find it quite enjoyable to discuss these sorts of things. And hey, I could talk to myself about this stuff, but some people share their interest in space here, and I'm glad that you guys join us. And, I do like to have some fun with this game too. So, putting somebody from the community as a character and then shooting them up in a rocket and watching the thing explode or fail, You know, it's fun. It's fun, and I think we've had some fun. I sure have. Um, so yeah, there we go. But let's see here. Ken says in the chat, yeah, I'm at work the entire day. If anything, I'll be live around 9, maybe 8 the earliest. Okay, so everyone knows now when to be on the lookout for any stream by Ken. So thank you, Ken. Does the class have any questions about space? I was actually potentially thinking of reinstalling Fishing Planet again and streaming that because I like that game actually. I find it relaxing. I find it fun. It's obviously not as good as the real thing, but it's just I like the graphics. I like the gameplay. Apparently, there's multiplayer, and I don't remember who it was that I saw actually streaming that game the other day. I don't know if it was Bullseye. Or somebody else, but somebody was streaming that, or maybe it was Steve Callan. Somebody's got to remind me of this, but somebody was streaming Fishing Planet, and if they play on the PC, then I'll play with you. I'll reinstall the game, and we can hook up or something. I can stream it, and yeah, it should be fun. I was also potentially thinking of streaming GTA Online, which I haven't played in months. There was a sale a while back, and picked it up because Nicky had been playing it for a while too, and I thought we could, because he plays on PC, so I thought maybe we could, do some heists or something, but we could never really coordinate. But yeah, I'm still down with that. If any, I honestly did think that GTA was cross-platform, and I don't know why I got the impression because apparently it's not. And I had known that was another reason why I decided to get GTA Online because so many people had said that they play it, Chad, Travis, that I thought, hey, this would be a great opportunity. We could form a gang and something. But yeah, then I realized that was not the case. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, maybe some GTA because I made my character, made them look like me, and bought the houses and all that sort of thing. And it's cool to do, heists, once in a while and such. It's not really a game that, I would normally spend too much time playing. But some of those heists take some time. And it's a fun game. I mean, I'm not gonna think it's the greatest game of all time, but it's enjoyable. Just the whole DLC shit and like buying this extra stuff. It's just, and then you're like, you're playing a game and like somebody flies by on a rocket bike. It's like, yeah, that's not really that authentic, but okay. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't know if anyone else wants to recommend a game that either they want to see me play or that I might enjoy. Yeah, I'll definitely keep it in mind. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't get as much joy from playing video games as I used to, and hey, it is what it is. Once in a while maybe, but these days I actually get more fun streaming and just talking and such, or reading or something like that. So, damn, I'm really feeling tired. Having that, was it that 3 o'clock? I don't remember what they call it, but where your energy just drops, and yeah, feeling like that right now. But I don't know if anyone wants to call in. I'd be willing to take calls. I don't know. I'll probably save my James Webb Telescope stream for tomorrow. I'm gonna do a news talk then. But I don't know if anyone's up for hanging out or something. I'd be willing to start a new stream for that. Just shoot the shit, talk about stuff. Really got not much to do. And yeah, I'm a little tired, so having a sidekick would definitely help me out. I was actually going to talk about something else. There was something else I wanted to at least bring up to remind you guys of. Let me just quickly look here. Bullseye did a couple of streams today. They were good, actually. I want to check them out. Ken did Converted yesterday. That actually was also quite good. I was on for some time, but I don't know. My performance wasn't the best, probably. I also sounded tired then as well. Seems to be a consistency these days. And then again, it is the holidays, and there's a lot of expended energy. So, but yeah. So I want to do a news talk about the several news stories that I've been sitting on. What else was there? Too many chefs. Again, I don't know about Darkest Realms. That's still something I want to do right. And eventually I do want to have people, I want to interview people. I want to interview people like David Politis, who's involved with the Missing 411 saga. Potentially Graham Hancock, if I could ever get a hold of him. And a few other people. But I really want to do it right. And that's always been something that I've really wanted to do or enjoyed, which was just to do like a show like Coast to Coast for a hobby, really. When the internet first came out and, the whole idea of podcasting and stuff, started to hit the internet, that was something that I actually really looked into and wanted to do. Thought it was just a cool idea to just make your own podcast, put them up, and WAV file or fucking Windows Media, file or whatever. A WMA, there we go. Or maybe, was it, what was it called? Real? The Real Audio? It's ancient stuff, guys. But, yeah, putting something up like that and just letting people, download it and listen to it on their Zune or their Creative Zen. I don't know if anybody even remembers those. They were precursors to the iPods. But yeah, that's always something that's been that's interested me. And yeah, I mean, I look forward to finally being able to do it properly. I don't know when, but I do look forward to at least trying that. And I've got other stuff here. I mean, we got Dark Room and darker things, and that was the whole spirit of it. But I want to step it up a notch and make it a little more radio-esque and more structured. A few things. So yeah, I guess that's it, really. Oh, there's Cora. She just tuned in. Not talking too much anymore, Cora. We've been going for about an hour. Talking about space, talking about the James Webb Telescope. We've now put our own in Kerbal Space Program. It's called the Steve Callan Telescope. And I was just talking a few things about what's planned, what future streams are planned. I really much enjoyed yesterday's Too Many Chefs. I really did. 3 hours on cheese, and we could have kept talking. And we only scratched the surface, or should I say scratched the rind. But yeah, like we could have gone much more, and we're going to have to. We're going to have to do another, because one of the big things I wanted to talk about, because this is what I love about food, is the pairing of wines and spirits with cheeses, or with anything, really. Just pairing alcohol with food. Not as, I'm just going to buy 2 for and just drink the night away. It's, I want to pair this properly with the right type of food. And, make sure there's a proper balance and that they complement each other and so forth. So that's definitely going to have to be a subject. I want to go through cheeses and talk about what spirits, what wines go well with them. I also want to talk about additional cheeses. There was so many cheeses we didn't cover. And, yeah, I would definitely want to talk about it. And I definitely want to learn about it. And hey, if you want to, join in on the ride, awesome. So that's something that we'll have to do in the future. And I'll have to coordinate with Drew, because after this week he goes back to work and he'll be very busy, as he always is. And yeah, we'll have to figure something out. Um, but yeah, I guess that's it. Not much else to talk about. And I just got really tired all of a sudden. So maybe it's my blood sugar or something. But I don't know. If someone does want to do a hangout stream, let me know. We could always do something like that. And yeah, I guess on that note, we're going to sign off. So thanks everyone for joining in today. Hope you guys either learned something or had some fun or maybe let your day go a little bit quicker. But yeah, on that note, I am Devious Dave Rose. Keep your eyes to the skies, and we'll see you next time.